So I had to make some adjustments to my routine this week because I realized when I was doing the Body Beast that each week changes for 3 weeks, and I didn't realize that in the beginning. Anyway, so I did legs today, which was a change. Basically, instead of, because I repeated week 1, so instead of going to week 3, which is where I'm at, I decided I would just move into week 2 and count the first week that I did as kind of like a training, exploration week. Anyway, it was very tough. Very, very tough today. I had a migraine headache, and no matter how hard I tried to not think about it, it just kept getting worse. But I stuck with it, and I wanted to throw up at the end of it, but needless to say, I made it through, and I'm glad I did. I ended up taking some medication and laid down, had a nap afterwards, and drank 1.5 liters of water, and I feel much better. So I wasn't going to take measurements and do all that kind of stuff and do before and after, but I did think it was important to let you know that I am down 10 pounds. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but I am. The pants that used to be too tight on me now are baggy, so it looks like I'm going to have to dig out my summer jeans, which I haven't worn in almost 2 years, because there's nothing worse than having pants falling off your butt. My husband ran 30 kilometers yesterday. It's part of his training for his marathon that's coming up in a few weeks. And it was such a beautiful day outside. And I was so jealous because I wanted to be running out there. And I haven't been running in almost 3 weeks because of this Body Beast. And basically it's 6 days on, 1 day off. So you don't really have any time to put any serious kilometer run in. So I mean, for me to run 3 to 5 kilometers isn't really that big of a deal. So Scott comes back and he's got this 30 kilometers under his belt, and he looks like exhausted, but it's a good exhausted, and I'm going, oh, I'm jealous. Haven't heard from Thomas all week either, so I've been wondering how he's been making out with his adding 500 meters to his run every day. I've been seeing lots of videos on his station about his gaming, but I haven't seen anything about his marathon challenge, so we'll have to see if I get a phone call from him tomorrow. I did notice that I missed a call earlier today when I was lying down, but can't do anything about that right now. On my way to the grocery store, I have some groceries to get and some errands to run. Everybody's home today, so it was really hard working out because I had to keep the volume down so my husband could do his course. So I'm listening to Saggy, and it's like, what was that? What was that? And my other 2 boys are busy doing projects and stuff as well, so it was like, oh, everybody is in my space. So here I am in the car making my video. Oh well, you do what you gotta do. So I did a little bit more research on the Body Beast, and just reading some reviews of fitness people that have compared it to like P90X and T25 and Les Mills. I've done T25, and I've also done Les Mills and P90X. And I definitely have to say this is much more grueling. And that's pretty much what everybody else is saying as well, is that it's more intensive. The moves are pretty simple. Like, you're going to see all of it in P90X for sure. I mean, Tony hits all the major strong points when it comes to, reshaping your body. But I don't think you could build the kind of muscle that Saggy is trying to get you to build in the Body Beast. So it'll be interesting to see what I look like after I've done the 90 days, because I know after 90 days of P90X, my body looks a lot different. But I didn't see any significant muscle growth or anything. It's just that my shape looks different, and I have less soft and fluffy stuff, shall we say. But it's definitely more intensive, and there's very little plyometrics in it at all, which is basically, P90X is a lot of plyometrics. And the Sean doing the T25, that's like hardcore cardio, and I didn't really enjoy that as much. I found that to be very taxing. It's like, oh, I got to do that again today. I will say I did enjoy the Les Mills, though. I really like all the martial arts stuff. Uh, I did a lot of martial arts in my younger years. I took a couple different types. I never really achieved any high belt because it wasn't, for me, it was more about just trying something new and different and give it a good year in each sect. I did Taekwondo and I did Hapkido, and definitely it's very it's very physical. It's really good to keep your cardio up, and it's also really good for your flexibility. So I like that aspect of the Les Mills. So I'm kind of missing that, and I'm kind of missing all the extra cardio that I got with P90X. But, I think in the end it'll be better. For me, I don't have the stamina. I have the dedication, but not the stamina to build muscle and maintain that muscle while trying to keep my cardio up for extended periods of time. So I'm more into the high intensity training, which is what Saggy does on his cardio day. And I will tell you, he pushes you hard. Like, it's not something easy. You really have to work at it. And you really have to think about what you're doing, because if not, you're not going to do the movements properly, and then you're not going to get the benefit of it. So it's definitely a workout. He gives it to you. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see at the end of the 90 days. So week 3, and but really only in a week 2 session, because my first week was a practice week. So, and miraculously 10 pounds. I don't know where and how that happened, but it did. So I feel really good. I sleep better, and that's what's important. So I haven't got any comments or feedback at all, which I have to say is a little disappointing, because I thought on the great World Wide Web somebody would see my videos and say something about them, but nothing yet. So I just leave it in your hands, and just let you know that, yeah, I am interested in what you have to say, and maybe this video series can be more health-oriented, oriented. Maybe that's why people aren't saying anything, and maybe that's why I'm not getting very many comments, but we'll find out. And tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's back and biceps, so we'll see you tomorrow, and maybe I'll have something a little bit more funny or interesting to talk about. Have a great day.